Do you have one of these style arms with a real short cylinder that's always in your way every time you reach out? Well, stay tuned, and we're going to try to fix that with a longer cylinder and hooking it back to its factory spot. Welcome to the show, folks. This thing's always in my way every time I reach out. This arm the thumb is sticking down like that, so even with my bucket curled in, the thumb sticks down so far it hits the ground, so I can't use the full length of my excavator arm. I bought a little 26 Bobcat, and I'm going to try to fix this. I'm going to buy about a 20 inch cylinder that'll go from here down to here or somewhere else on it. So, alright folks, so I made it to Tractor Supply, bought a county line cylinder. In total I spent about $250 on fittings that I believe will work if I've got the right between the pipe fittings and the jib fittings. If I have all that right, I should be able to put it together. It's a 2-inch cylinder. I believe the 10 means that it'll go out another 10 inches. Also bought, to replace the factory lines, 1/2 inch coming out of here, one solid line back into the cylinder. So the idea is, as I measured all this up, I measured from here down to where I want the bucket, or where I want the thumb curled up as high as I can, which is around 16-18 inches. This thing is 16 inches, but it's too wide to fit inside of this one. So I bought a longer one, and I'm hoping to bring it back some, and then we're gonna mess around with it. I'll get y'all set up on a tripod and show you how I'm measuring this out. All right, so right here's the factory hole. Let's see if and not buy myself enough room. See, as you can see, that brings it up from about right 90 degrees up to there, and that's sucked all the way in, I believe. So that wouldn't be bad right there. I still believe I would be out too far, or this would be down too far, so when I reach out. So we're going to see if we can move it back here. So I drilled me some holes right here because I kind of measured it up already. And I believe that right there will suck it in and allow it to go out. That cylinder's still got about that much play in it. Looks like my fittings are gonna miss right here. Not hitting up in here, which it might once I get this pin all the way in. It's still gotta go up a little bit. So let's make these holes bigger and make this thing fit, shall we?
Well, as usual, I don't have the right tools. I have the tools, but not the correct tools, and the pin's too big. I don't have a big enough drill bit for those pins that's on this thumb, so I tried to use the drill. Clearly that didn't work. Moved it to the drill press, got as much material out as I could, and now I'm back to the plasma cutter. That's why I keep jumping back and forth. About 90% of the work I do, I gotta, improvise, adapt, and overcome kind of motto with it, but somehow I end up getting it done, and every now and again I buy new tools, and one day I might be able to do a job the right way.
That one's shorter. I didn't know there was a difference in sizes, but I guess so. Well, I got her on. I got the pin in here. I just torched that out. My fittings are here and here, and I got to run them to these quick connects. This pin's in. That pin is too small for this hole, but it fits the cylinder. So the only option I'd have is to make the cylinder bigger, which would weaken it, or just let that waller out. I mean, it's a thumb. I'm not using it as much as everything else. I need a washer for this side, but it's all put together there. We just got to get these fittings and run it. So this should be close to the same size, if not a little longer. Yeah. Let's see here.
The place I bought the excavator from ordered one of them online backhoe thumbs, hydraulic backhoe excavator thumbs, and they pieced the hoses together. There was two pieces, but the quick couplers are 1/2-inch fittings. So while I was down there at Tractor Supply, I went ahead and bought a 1/2-inch hose, and to replace the pieces they pieced together to make it work. So that way I have one hose. It's a 1/2-inch out of the coupler, 1/2-inch hose to 1/2-inch to 3/8. 90-degree elbows into the hydraulic cylinder is what I ended up picking up down there.
Good old sock. Where'd that dope tape? Tape dope. I don't even know if we're supposed to use this stuff on this, but we're going to. So that should be one done. Let's see if we can get the other one. So this is out. Just gotta remember which one's which. Metal's out. The male fitting is out. So that should be in the top of the cylinder. would be the male fitting. Let's see how this goes. Well, so both ways, it's hitting here all the way extended out, and then it's hitting here on this all the way in. So the only thing I could think of is put a cage around it, because I'm not backing all this back out and re-drilling that hole. Or just watch it like a hawk. There's no other fitting. If there's a fitting on the front, we wouldn't have this problem. So the plan is here, I'm going to cut right here because this whole piece is welded on, so it's not going to hurt it structurally, but I'm going to keep it small because I believe if I fold it up, this pin goes in that hole to hold it all up if I took all this off. Now, this one, that one's a little bit structural, so I'm a little skeptical about that, but we're going to notch out a little bit of it and see what happens. Gauge your safety squints.